This concept has made me over $1.4 million, and it has nothing to do with strategy, tactics, or skills. It's available to any and every man and has the ability to completely transform your life. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nick. This is my book of agreements. It is the seeds of success that I've sown along this journey, and I want to share with you agreement number 93, which is called the pain of the beginning. It goes like this. This is the part of entrepreneurship, of pursuing excellence that nobody likes to address. You see, when you depart on a new venture, you're filled with excitement, with hope, with optimism. But like a stormy sky on a sunny day, such bliss very quickly fades away into the dark of the night as the colossal nature of what you have committed to unveils itself. Very soon, you feel as though you are crawling through broken glass with a blindfold on, demons chasing you as the sky rains vinegar on your open wounds. But this journey is paradoxical in nature, because despite the pain and indescribable uncertainty you feel, it doesn't compare to the pain of turning back. And you find yourself in a very unique position. In real time, your ability to combat such formidable forces expand, and you continue to will yourself forwards. My friend, this is where you mustn't lose faith, because every great man before you walked the same path. You only get stronger as the journey simultaneously becomes easier. Do not succumb to these demons, because each mini battle you win works in your favor, contributing to a generational run of momentum. Once you pass this valley of despair, you will soon thank yourself. Do not fear the pain of beginning. Now, what a powerful concept this is. And as I said, this has made me over $1.4 million. And there's a quote that Alex Hormozi says, and I play it through my head every fucking day when things start to get difficult. And it's something along the lines of this. It goes, you knew it was going to be hard. This is what hard feels like. Do you want it to be easy? No, because you know that anything worth attaining is not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. And when you're in this position, you're sitting there and things are getting really challenging. You go, holy shit, this is a lot harder than I expected. There's a lot more work to be done. There's a lot more input to be put into this project or this business or whatever I'm building. You have two options. Number one, try and find something easier or make this thing easier. Sure, kind of gay. Number two, you become better. And this is the frame I take on every single day. My business partner and I, Tyson, and my closest friend, we adopt this frame and we say, every single day, things get harder, and we level up our capacity to combat hard. And so our frame of what hard is continues to grow. And we sit there and we go, we don't want to make it easier. We knew it was going to be hard. This is what hard feels like. Let's get stronger, and good fucking luck to anyone else that's going to try. Because here's the thing. Like I said in that agreement, every other great man who was once great or is pursuing the same level of excellence as you has to walk the same path. In order to attain the same level of greatness, they need to go through the same level of hard. Meaning, if you level up your ability to handle what hard feels like faster than them, good fucking luck to them. They're going to be playing catch up to you. And that is one of the most powerful frames we've adopted is, you know what, no matter how hard this is, we have enemies that we're combating against for the same level of excellence. They're not going to beat us. So good fucking luck trying to compete. What an incredibly powerful frame. Now, I want to extrapolate further upon this while we're on the topic of hard and how difficult, success and excellence is to attain. Because as humans, we are wired to want everything. We want it all. We're never grateful for what we have. We always want more. But here's the paradox. We want more, we want everything without willing to make the necessary trades, and everything comes at a cost. See, obviously this villa here, we're renting this out in Bali. I don't own it. We can sit here, I paid this for cash. No, we don't own this villa, we rent it out. It comes at a cost. We pay physical, tangible rent, a certain currency. And in return, we get a nice place to live, we get 3 bedrooms, we get a pool, we get the safety and comfort of having a home. So that comes at a cost. Success is no different. Having a great physique is no different. Think about it, you go to the gym, you want a nice body. What is the cost? What is the rent you need to pay to have a nice physique? You need to do a certain number of bicep curls, a certain number of bench press reps. You pay rent every single day to build and maintain your physique. You think I just stay in good shape automatically? Do you think I go to the fucking gym every day and pay my rent, pay my dues? Everything comes at a cost. But you want everything without willing to pay the price that is attached to that thing. Everything has a price tag. You want to build $1 million business? Awesome, who doesn't? But what's the price tag that's attached to that? Countless sleepless nights, struggling to make payroll, team members relying on you for their livelihood, uncertainty. You don't know when you're going to be able to retire your mother. You could go get a nice stable job and just pay her bills. Everything comes at a cost. And if you're not willing to look at the price tag of what you want objectively, accept the fact that you're gonna need to pay that whether you fucking like it or not, then you should not even entertain the idea of trying to obtain something and chase success. Because how dare you sit there without being willing to sacrifice and pay the price tag that every other successful person needed to pay to get that thing you want. It's like asking for rain without getting wet. It's like asking for sunshine without risking the fact that you might get sunburned. Everything has a double-sided coin to it. Everything comes at a cost. It's like, imagine you've got crops in your garden. They need water, they're dying out, there's been a 3-week drought. And you wish for rain, all you want is rain. You're begging for rain to save your crops. And the rain finally comes. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days straight. They're getting drenched, they're getting saturated, they're growing, they're getting life back into them. But now what happens? You risk a flood, and suddenly the streets around you, they start flooding. You can't go to the shops because your car can't drive through the flood. And so everything comes at a cost. And you're sitting there in your villa, the streets are flooded, but your crops, they're being watered. And you would trade anything to go back to being able to leave your home, to be able to drive your car, to be able to have the capacity and the freedom to just walk through the streets when they weren't flooded. You would do anything to go back and trade. And the same applies to people. You wish for success, you wish for money, you wish for freedom. You spend years chasing it. And how many people do you see on their deathbed? They say, I would trade the millions just to go back and spend more time with my family, to be young again. But you can't. Because they're operating from a place of hindsight. They've now got the thing they wanted, and they would now trade it to go back and have what they originally had. But you've already got that. You've already got time, you've got youth, you're in your 20s. You've got tiger blood, you've got momentum, you've got motivation. And so stop wishing for what you could have when you've already got what one day you are going to wish for. And given the fact that time is finite, or it is finite, and the fact that one day you will be wishing you could be younger again and go back and relive these golden eras, these golden years, why not understand the fact that you need to be spending your time right now on the very thing that you want to do the most? Why waste the time that you have? Why sit there scrolling, oh, Instagram Reels, TikTok, oh, Pornhub, Tinder, oh, she's fat, swipe anyway. Why waste your time on bullshit stuff that isn't going to lead to the life that you want? You're not going to look back and reflect upon in 50, 60 years to come and go, you know what, I am intentionally and incredibly glad I spent my time doing that stuff. And we've swayed off topic a bit here, but if we go back to the question at hand, do I still want to do the thing that's hard even though it's harder than I expected? Again, you're in two positions here. Because as humans, we're wired to take the path of least resistance. We're wired to do what's going to be easiest to bring us the most comfort because we are wired for survival. We don't want to put ourselves through pain and discomfort. We have the cognitive capacity to override that natural instinct. And so you have two options when things start to get very challenging and you're sitting at your computer, it's been 13 hours, you haven't left your room and you're working on this business because you need the money to come in. Two options. Number one, change your beliefs. And this is what most people do. They change their belief to suit the path of least resistance. They sit there and they go, you know what? I did say I was going to sit here and continue working until the job was done, but it's getting really hard. My eyes are hurting. I'm tired. My knees are locking up. My eyes are burning. I want to go to sleep. And so the original belief was, I'm going to stay here and continue working because this is important. I'm not going to leave until it's done. And in real time, you start to shift that belief to suit what you want in the moment. You want comfort. You want relief. And so the belief starts shifting and you start telling yourself, you know what? Maybe I can finish it tomorrow. Maybe I can rest my eyes just for 30 minutes. I'll scroll on Instagram and look at all these Instagram models, their big titties. I'm going to send them a message and maybe they'll reply. And you sit there and in real time, you betray yourself. You betray the goals you set. You betray the beliefs that you forged in order to work towards this goal that you did set out to achieve. And so the same man who sat there and told himself, I'm not going to leave my desk until I finish the job, is now telling himself, it doesn't matter anymore because I want comfort, it's harder than I thought, and so I'm going to shift my belief in real time to suit the comfort that I crave. Because we're going to walk the path of least resistance. And so the question becomes, well, Nick, how do I alter the path of least resistance to make sure that the easiest path is doing the work? And it's very simple, make everything else fucking boring. Put your phone on grayscale, turn an app blocking feature on so you can't even access Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Pornhub. Make that boring. Close your blinds. There's no daylight in your room anymore. There's no distractions. You can't see anyone or anything. And all of a sudden you sit there and you could stare at a wall for 5 minutes in a row And in real time, what was incredibly boring 5 minutes ago, sitting on your laptop and typing out new hooks for your ads and your VSL landing page or whatever the fuck you're doing, whatever was boring 5 minutes ago is now incredibly stimulating because you have made everything else incredibly dull. And if you wanted it that bad, then you would eliminate everything else. You wouldn't need to set an app blocking feature on your phone to block the apps out because you can just sit there and fundamentally know that it's not moving you towards where you want to be. And so we know that we're going to take the path of least resistance. We know that we're probably going to try and shift our beliefs in real time and betray ourselves, betray our only soldier on the battlefield of life with our own mind. And so if we know that, what can we put in place to stop this happening? Very simple. Tell yourself what you're going to do, keep your word to yourself, and under no circumstances shift your beliefs to suit what you want in the moment because we always want comfort. So put your fucking head down and just continue doing the work because you're going to take the path of least resistance. And so do not change your beliefs from the ones you once set to suit the comfort you want now.